Good evening, Ruskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing all right. Right now, as you can see, it's the 24th of December. Oh, it's getting very close. I wonder if I'll roll over into midnight by the time I finish this video. We wouldn't be surprised by that, would we? Right, anyway, so it's basically all wrapped up now. Christmas is literally about to appear, and I thought we should go ahead and make a retrospective video discussing, in the lead up to Christmas 2023 and over the course of December, what happened, what did we learn. Basically, this is going to be good for archival purposes, so that, of course, in the lead up to future Christmases, we'll probably get a much better idea on how to approach things, if that's helpful for all of you. Maybe, potentially, possibly, we shall see. So I'm sure many of you are aware, if I quickly hop over to likes of my YouTube right here, if you were to go to this playlist, you will see that I have my Rust Christmas Investing 2023 playlist right here. So basically, I've been putting an effort in to keep track of every single video I've made over the past year. That was in relation to, of course, Christmas 2023. So if you're in the future, you probably want to go get a good look at all of this in regards to getting a good idea of the timeline. But yeah, just wanted to point that out real quickly. So what we're now going to go ahead and do is we're going to go through all the little things that we learned during the likes of December into the lead up to figuring out what exactly happened in regards to Christmas 2023. And you're probably sitting there wondering, okay, so Hedge, why are you talking in such a way? Why are you talking as if there was a problem? Well, I'll show you. So, I'm sure many of you are aware I have been keeping track of my money as I progress during the likes of December. So from the very end of November towards the Christmas Eve, December 24th, you might notice as we look up here that my money hasn't really changed that much. And to be honest with you, yeah, I haven't actually sold that much, at least in comparison to the likes of 2022. So if I were to just put this over here real quickly, I'll roll in with the likes of 2022. And yeah, I basically started at the exact same time. But from what you can see here, from the 28th, to about, we could go just the 26th. I had a lot more money in other accounts, especially when you look at the likes of this over here. So what exactly potentially went wrong? Well, I want to go put a bit of an effort in to discuss all of that. But when I look at the difference from here to here, I've made maybe a good $3,000-4,000 worth of profit. I've added up all that we have here, and basically I've only just made around $1,700 profit. Now, I should kind of point out I haven't been able to make sure everything's 100% certain and whatnot. This is a generalization, right? This is in fact a generalization, but it's very clear, especially when we compared it to likes of the previous year, we did not see as much interest in regards to what we saw with the amount of sales that we had last year. Now, of course, has post-Christmas prices and whatnot after that, but don't worry, we're not going to be too fussed about that. So I have also pointed out the things I've bought. A lot of people did decide to unload a whole bunch of Legacy Tier 3 on me. We had the weird problem with the Anubis collection packages, but that's not exactly related to Rust. But I did have to point that out because it was a significant amount of money purchased, so I did have to take that into consideration. So yeah, only about $1,700. So let's get started then. What was the first problem that we realised, especially when we compared to likes of 2022? Well, first things first, when I look at 2022's December time, I forgot a very important detail. Force Wipe was literally the 1st of December. We instantly had people jumping in and playing Rust at the very beginning of December. So that got a very quick, big boost early on. Now, did it hold up throughout the rest of the month? We can't really go back and find that out. But with what we saw here, it turned out quite nicely. And if we look at the likes of the player count, especially during the likes of last year, well, during December 2022, average player count was about just under 86,000, with the peak player count being 138,675. Now, that looks very impressive. That looks very cool. But unfortunately, with the likes of December 2023, instead of having the Force Wipe literally as soon as possible, we had it at the latest possible time. So a lot of people were trying to sell their Christmas skins at the very beginning of this month, but they didn't see any movement, they didn't see any traction. What was going on? Well, of course, a lot of people usually only like to turn up and play Rust during the likes of a Force Wipe, so we didn't get that instant boost of quite a lot of people playing at the time. And we did have low player counts, that wasn't very enjoyable. But of course, with the actual proper release of the Force Wipe, and of course, it was the 10th anniversary for Rust, we did see some good numbers. Now, the funny and very weird thing is that basically, with the likes of this past week, we've actually done very good numbers. So what we had over the past few days was peak players of up to 140,000. Yeah, we've already beaten last year's peak player count. And let me remind you, this peak player count that happened right here for December 22 happened at the end of the month when post-Christmas just got started. So this is after Christmas. All the families back then, all the kids and whatnot, they've already done all the things where they visited relatives and they've gone out and whatnot. They're then sitting down, they're playing Rust. So we haven't had this moment yet with this year. Could we go even higher? I hope so. So, in regards to the player counts, it was fairly sluggish, and if we just go over the past month, it was fairly sluggish at the very beginning. You can see the clear difference right here. It only really gained a decent amount of interest when we got the force wipe. And from then on, it went a little bit down a fair bit. But then in recent times, with the likes of kids getting out of school and the likes of people out of college, not working as much, the adults, that's where we started to see another bit of a rise, a bit of a push. Now, we're going to see that many people play tomorrow? Probably not. Are we going to start seeing a lot of people potentially playing from December 26 onwards? Oh yeah, I'm fully sure that's likely going to happen. So yes, things are looking good now, but unfortunately, it's this beginning period at the beginning of the month which basically ruined everything for us. So let me just kind of point things out to you. Loads of people gave up pretty quickly. Yes, that did in fact happen, and it was very sad to see. And, well, you know what? I'm going to show you some garage doors, because there was two instances of giving up. One was, of course, as we just found out, loads of people who had invested into likes of Christmas skins realised people weren't going super crazy for them at the very beginning of the month because there wasn't that many people playing then. So they got a little bit anxious and started to unload their stock at lower prices and whatnot. This got pretty bad. So with Neon Snowflake Garage Door, I've mentioned this many times throughout the past month, and it's always been a very good showcase of a brand new skin. So this garage door right here, this came out last year. It was a new skin. It, of course, went down in price immediately, as we can show you right over here. So it immediately went down in price. Blah, 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 blah. We've been talking about this a whole lot. But yeah, this is the expectation for brand new Christmas skins. They're not going to retain their value because Christmas has already come and gone. So it's no longer special. It's already out of season. So it suffers, and it went all the way down to its lowest price around the very end of March, early April time. But from then on, it just went up and held its value, went down a bit during autumn fall season. But then as we got very close to Christmas, I'm talking November time, it really peaked up in demand. It really peaked up in price. But what do we see here? It went up a fair bit initially during the beginning of December, and then it drops off pretty badly. But it only picks up when we get the first Christmas Rust door. So one thing that I feel like we should be a lot more aware of from here on now is I do believe it's the first Christmas Rust door now where we properly see the likes of many Christmas skins actually getting some genuine interest. So yeah, things worked out quite nicely here, dropped off a bit again, and then we got to a period of time where loads of kids are out of school, so then we got a bit of a spike in demand with more people playing, but it has dropped off now. As we are now reaching the likes of actual Christmas time, it has dropped off. So yeah, very bad slow start unfortunately, but it did pick up a bit more overall. And when you make a comparison to its lowest point earlier this year, around springtime, it basically tripled in price at bare minimum. So that still worked out very nicely. I happen to own a whole bunch of these, and I sold them for some very delicious looking profits. So yeah, these are the types of things you need to be aware of from here and now. And, well, considering it's December 24th right now, you need to start considering what you do with your money in regards to the profits you probably made during the likes of Christmas, and, of course, with the upcoming post-Christmas. Consider putting down some buy orders, which will work out very well in the long term. More specifically, get a good idea of what prices these are likely going to end up at again with the likes of springtime 2024. Now, if you want to get a better understanding in regards to that, I do have this video over here, how to figure out Christmas buy orders, long-term Rust skin investing. Yes, it's all there. It's a bit meaty, but with so many chapters going over the many different instances of things you're probably going to need some clarification over, it's going to be helpful. Depending whatever year you're watching, whether it's 2023, 2024, maybe even 2025, maybe even beyond. But yeah, this is going to help you out, getting a good idea whether you want to invest into the likes of the newest Christmas skins or the oldest Christmas skins. Older, sorry. But, well, you could even still go for the oldest, but it's up to you. So that was a good instance of the situation in regards to Christmas skins in general for 2023 at the very beginning of December. People got anxious, they didn't think things were going to work out, and they did start unloading to the highest buy orders. A lot of people just wanted to cash out and get out as soon as possible. Things did improve for a little bit, of course, for the first Christmas rush store, but at the end of the day, One thing I should also showcase real quickly to all of you for what happened with a good instance, a nice positive instance. Well, during the first week's Rust store, we saw a very, very cool looking Santa's coat. It's a jacket skin, but this just so happened to pair up perfectly with the likes of Christmas Gang. Christmas Gang and the other Santa-related clothing and armour pieces did go up in demand quite a fair bit, but it was Christmas Gang hoodie and pants which got the most of it. So basically, literally on the day of the Christmas Week 1 Rust store, when it rotated in, both of these hoodie and pants pieces, skins, they had like 100 plus quantity each. It's taken its time to load this up. My apologies. Come on, don't be shy, just wait for me. But yeah, I can show you a very nice little graph over here. Do you see that? So with the likes of all of this month, do you notice the sudden spike? Yes, that was with the arrival of the likes of the Christmas, the Santa coat. So it pairs up very nicely with the hoodie and pants. Everybody suddenly cared. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to go there. Why are the pants taking forever? Pants are the ones to show off, because pants are the one that spiked in demand more. Pants went all the way up to about $6 at one point, I believe. So yes, as I was trying to point out to all of you, with the likes of both the hoodie and pants, both of them had like pushing up to about like 200 quantity at one point. And well, there's a lot less of them now. There was even less before. But yeah, as I go over to here, you can see that this had a much bigger climb, and this went all the way up to just shy of $6, and yeah, it's been holding up very strong ever since. So for the first time in a long time, Christmas Gang actually went up even higher compared to the previous peaks I've seen before. So could that happen again next year? It's something for you to consider. But what I wanted to get across to all of you is, if there is a fairly cool looking clothing and armour piece that's accepted in the future that could blend in very nicely the likes of something that already exists, yes, you can see a spike in demand, spike in price. And yes, the other Santa related things in regards to Santa Tier 3, the face mask and the chest plate, they also went up in price quite nicely. We also saw a very nice increase in demand with the likes of the Santa beard, so, you know, just to be aware of that, I thought it was nice to bring it up. So I accidentally showed this off, but this is where we have to talk about the other problem, the other situation in regards to, well, people panicking. So right now, as you can see, the likes of this Gingerbread Garage Drawer is now selling for $1.35. There's 200 quantity on the Steam market. So you can probably instantly figure out the problems with this. So let me elaborate. Basically, for this year at the very least, on December 16th, 7 o'clock in the evening, so this would have been a Saturday, the in-game Christmas content was to be added, and it was, you know, implemented. Everything was fine except the with the first proper introduction of the gingerbread building skin. So for all of you who aren't fully well aware, gingerbread building skin was released for December 2023, and I'm pretty sure in the future it's just going to keep being brought back again and again and again. You don't buy it; it's just given to you. It's available for everybody to use in game during the likes of the Christmas time. So we're expecting it to disappear on January 4th, 2024, for example. So anyway, when that update came out on December 16th, everybody was hyped up and ready, and we can show you a nice little showcase here. So do you see this? Do you see this like weird decline? What happened? There was so much hype with the likes of the gingerbread skins, but what went wrong? Well, here's what happened. When they actually released the in-game Christmas content, the gingerbread building skin didn't work. You couldn't actually get it to work. So everybody panicked. Everybody just assumed, oh no, so does that mean we're not getting the gingerbread building skin this year? And they unloaded their stock in the Steam market, and it tanked. So here's the funny thing. The gingerbread building skin was fixed literally the next day. So it had a problem when it was supposed to launch, but it was literally fixed the very next day. It's stupid, isn't it? But this is a showcase again of people panicking and there being a domino effect. It was doing reasonably okay. Yeah, it dropped off a fair bit from the peak here towards the very end of November. But like I said, with most Christmas skins, they were kind of losing. There wasn't the values weren't holding very nicely because, initially people just weren't seeing the demand. And well, this is what happens when people really give up. So they unloaded their stocks to the highest buy orders and whatnot. And I actually did record this, showcasing the difference between 24 hours. For you see, when I looked at this on December 16th, I actually recorded myself. I recorded this, like looking at this, 1 hour before the actual update came out on December 26th. December 16th, my apologies, sorry about that. And what I did was I took a look at all of the gingerbread skins, more specifically the likes of the doors, because, well, they are more important in regards to the likes of the gingerbread building skin, because, of course, it doesn't come with doors. So the idea was we were going to invest into them with the expectation that there's going to be a nice spike in demand for all of them to pair up the likes of the gingerbread building skin. However, there's another thing we have to point out. Gingerbread building skin is made out of wood. Yeah. Some of us were quite hopeful to see if it's going to potentially be made out of like stone or something. No, it's made out of wood. So, yeah, that's also partly to blame for the lack of interest, I guess you could say. But the main problem behind the suffering in terms of its value was the people who panicked and sold. So, yes, if I were to just quickly point this out to you, so if I go back over to my playlist over here, just to kind of point out the video where it points the problem out. If you were to watch my Rust Christmas update discussion video, gingerbread skins, trends and investing, that one right there, that's the one that properly showcases the difference between the quantities sold. So at the very beginning of this video portion, it showcases me 1 hour before the actual Christmas in-game update being released on December 16th, and then the rest of the portion is me on December 17th looking at the sheer insane amount of listings that have happened because people panicked. So right now, unfortunately, even the sheet metal door is dropping in value pretty badly. It is very sad to see. Now, you might probably question at the moment, Hedge, but what about post-Christmas? Will these gingerbread skins potentially still go up a fair bit? Do you know what? I reckon they potentially could. I'm not going to fully rely upon it, but I didn't sell that many gingerbread door skins. I don't know, I just thought maybe things might improve, maybe things could still be salvageable, but not so much. Double door didn't go down too bad. It peaked. It's stagnating at the moment, but I still feel like the likes of this is still going to go up with the likes of post-Christmas. I don't know how high, but in general, we just don't really have that many sheet metal double door skins, so by default, I think this is going to still do good. Yeah, look, hardly any resistance, so that's still going to work out very nicely. If you're wondering how did I just do that, I have an extension called Steam Inventory Helper. It's very useful if you want to get a good idea of the layout of all the listings and whatnot. And yeah, it's just good to know. So yeah, gingerbread skins didn't really do very well. It's very unfortunate, but they still did a lot better in comparison to their lowest point. So for example, with this face mask, lowest point this year for it was around May time, and then all the way up to here, it's still basically quadrupled in price. So for you to sit there and say, oh no, it was all ruined. No, it's not ruined. I still made my profit. I don't know what you were doing. I bought here. What are you doing, huh? But again, this is another instance of, with an older skin, and just to point this out, this tier 3 armor has been around for a very long time. It's not too hard to figure out where it's going to have its lowest point and how low potentially it could go. So, you got to put that research in. So again, consider watching that long-term investing, how to figure out buy orders for Christmas skins video. It is very helpful, all right? So this still went up in price very nicely. It just didn't hold that value for long. And with the likes of the chest plate, it's basically the same thing. Yes, it's going down in value at the moment, but it's still doing a lot better compared to what it was doing around May time as well. Look at this. So this is selling for about $1.10 here, and right now it's still selling for $2.80. That's still a very good profit, and I'm still happy to sell it for those prices because, of course, as we would know, all these Christmas skins are definitely going to drop down in value a lot lower than what they are currently at. And there's Guy Zoo right there. He's a mod, so. All right, then. That was cool. That was nice. So, with the likes of this, it was very unfortunate. Will things potentially be as bad next year? I'll be honest with you. I don't think we're going to see that many people investing into likes of gingerbread next year because, well, we thought the gingerbread building skin was going to be very special, and we thought a lot of people were going to appreciate it a lot. But evidently, no. Nope. Awkward, but now you've learned something from here. Maybe you don't want to go all in with the likes of gingerbread skins. We were also really hoping to see the likes of Mr. Milho Frito go ahead and make boots and gloves for Christmas this year. That didn't happen. If he would have done that, the tier 3, the tier 2, and the hoodie and pants would have spiked demand, spiked in price. It would have been lovely, but he didn't want to do it. He wanted to do a large box skin, which fair enough, he's control of himself, so it's up to him what he does. But yeah, damn, what could have been? Oh well. All right, so I guess we could hop onto like some Christmas items. So I did bring this up. Santa beard has been around for a fairly long time, and I got a little bit worried with it. Why would you be worried? Well, basically, as you can see here, it's selling for $2.50, but initially it wasn't doing very well. So we could just look at the... Oh, didn't trick it. As you can look at this, it hasn't really moved that much for like the whole year. So as you can see, it's doing rather okay. Didn't really go down that much, didn't really go up that much. But what I can point out to you is, around November time, there was a guy with like 300 listings on the Steam market. I don't know why he was doing it. It was very weird, but here's the instance of when a holiday item is reintroduced, but it's cheaper on the Steam market compared to its Rust store price. So if we just quickly go to the Rust store right now, see the price of it. It is currently selling for $3. Well, before this Rust store came out, this was selling for less than $2. So once people noticed, okay, new Christmas Rust store, all right, I want to go buy a Santa beard. Well, hold on a second. See, this is what they see when you click the store page right here. Before they make the purchase, there's this little thing right here that points out and says, hey, instead of paying for a higher price, you could just buy the cheaper ones off the Steam market. And a lot of people do notice that, and a lot of people will buy these. So that is essentially the reason why we saw the likes of Santa beard actually go up in demand a fair bit, up in price, because there were people who wanted to actually get a hold of them, and they were going to go buy them for the Rust store. But yeah, a lot of people caught on, they did go ahead and buy these. And then again, of course, I should also mention once again, with the likes of the Santa's coat, I'm pretty sure a lot of people really did want to dress up like Santa for Christmas 2023. Oh yeah. So yeah, all Santa related skins did go up a fair bit. There's another thing I should probably go ahead and point out. Christmas weapon skins didn't really go up that much. Yeah, I should probably talk about that. So what do we have? Snow. If I could go snow, and then we have like snowman weapon skins. Sorry if I sound a bit yucky. So snowman, come on, show yourself, sir. Where are you? Where's the really cool snowman set? So what's it called? It's it's Evil Snowman. There you go. Right. So these have been around for a fairly decent amount of time. This did go up in price very nicely the previous year, but as you can see right now, it's just hardly anything. It's meh. No one cares. No one cares. Why? Look, it had no resistance, no issues. But yeah, it did go up initially a fair bit, but didn't do much after that. Now, I guess I should have done a bit of a better check. So last year, it went up to $2. That's still cool. It would have been nice if we did that again this year, but no, it just didn't really happen. We only did up to about $1.50. Now, of course, yeah, at this period of time, it went up very, very high. But when that was already in the Rust store, that was already out by then. Of course, I'm sure you're well aware of that. But this is when the L96 was accepted, I believe. Yes, it was. This was accepted quite some time back. This did okay in terms of its price. It did manage to sell for $2. I do have a buy order here, buying them for just less than $1. So that worked out all right for me in the long term. But yeah. It did very nicely last year, very nicely, but this year it didn't even go up that much. Look at it. It just did nothing. Nothing. What happened? Why was it special here? Why was it not special here? Very awkward, but at the very least I should point this out. This is a good instance of just because it happened last year doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen again this year. Does that make sense to you? So that was a bit unfortunate. But if you bought, for a decent price... If you look over to here, maybe around here, you could have bought them for about maybe, who knows, maybe about like less than $1.50. You could have still done a decent flip. But like the highest point this year, aside from this, well, that was in June. That's selling for $3 a piece there. God, what's going on? Well, here's the thing. In regards to weapon skins, it's not really isolated by itself. I could quickly take a look at the likes of the jackhammer. Do you remember the jackhammer that came out last year? Nutcracker. Right, what was it? What was it called? Was it Nutcracker Jackhammer, or was it just like a weird, goofy name? Oh, it was called Nutcracker Jackhammer. So I saw a lot of people investing into the likes of these early this year. This is technically a weapon, or rather, we'll say a tool. Yeah, we'll go with tool. Sorry about that. I should have said tool. But yeah, this is only $1.34. I scroll down. How's this been throughout all of this year? Not much. It hasn't done anything. It hasn't really done anything. So out of all the likes of deplorables and clothing and armor and weapons and tools, Christmas-related weapons and tools don't really do that much difference. And that's something I feel like I should be aware of from here on now. I didn't actually sell that many weapons and tools. I sold some Christmas-related hammers. That did work out quite all right. But yeah, this is a bit of a harsh lesson learned. Yeah. Maybe things will be different in the future, we shall see. But I can't help but feel like many people probably jumped onto the likes of weapons and tools. And then with so many people engaging all of that and trying to sell them, they couldn't because there's loads of other people that did it. So they're undercutting each other and whatnot. But if it was really, really bad, this would have gone down pretty sharply. It didn't. It barely went down. So, maybe it just wasn't really that much interest. It's probably as simple as that. I know it sounds a bit goofy, but yeah, that's basically it. So overall, Christmas-related weapons just don't really seem to matter anymore. It's just not really something people care about that much. We should also point out that, with the recent Christmas Rust stores, so if we quickly go over to here to week 1, you'll see that we did get the likes of a brand new AK-47 and a SAR, so maybe people would rather buy those instead of older ones. If we were to take a look at the likes of week 2, we've also got the likes of a brand new AK, we got the Gingerbread Thompson, we got a bow skin, and if I were to just quickly point this out to you as well, very, very, very recently, we just had Twitch Rivals skins, and we've just literally got a brand new batch of Christmas-related Twitch drops. I've clicked the wrong thing. This is Workshop. My apologies. So if we go to the item section on scmm.app, yes, currently we have the likes of the Twitchmas AR, Twitchmas Gingerbread Sap, the Twitchmas Large Box, and the Twitchmas Sleeper Bag. All 4 of these skins are special Christmas Twitch drops that are available between the likes of December 16th to the end of this month. And well, if I scroll down a little bit more, you can see all the Twitch drops that we had literally just about a week ago. So maybe people just really didn't feel the need to get that much new content. They were just happy with all the free stuff they just got. So, it's hard to explain, it's awkward, but maybe things would be a lot more clearer in regards to next year's Christmas and whatnot. So if I just quickly hop back over to here, we have Snow Machine. Snow Machine is, of course, another item that keeps being reintroduced, but it also suffers with the likes of people listing big fat stocks. When you set up walls, you stop the momentum for skins and items. So this is a very bad thing to do. And if we just go down a fair bit, after that, it didn't really have that much. It could have gone up in price a little bit more, but again, other people exist, and other people will ruin things for you. They do not care. They tend to be pretty stupid. So scroll down, what do we see? We can see that bump in price. So again, in regards to what we just talked about with the likes of the Santa beard, when this is reintroduced, the Snow Machine, it is quite expensive. It is selling in the Rust store right now for $6.50. But if you were to go to the Steam Market instead, you could have bought it for about $3. So that's why this did go up in value quite a fair bit. Wasn't it insane, spike in price? Not really. It is barely 50% increase. But you know what? Better than what it was. But yeah, as you are aware, this has been around for a good few years now. And, well, technically speaking, there are still people who will buy this from the Rust store. Yes, I know it sounds very silly, but there are people who will still do that. People who probably don't even look on browser. They only look at the Rust store in game. So with what we have here, you can probably see that the likes of the Snow Machine, you can probably get a good idea that it's slowly deprecating, it's slowly not really increasing in price that much more. The peaks are in fact going down, down, down. My advice to you is maybe you don't really want to go anywhere near with the likes of the Snow Machine anymore. Who knows if someone's going to come up with some wacky idea to showcase on YouTube, utilising the Snow Machine in a fun way, but until we see something like that happen, this is only just going to keep not really going anywhere, I guess the word is to say. There's not much to say, it's unfortunate, but it's been around for so long, it's just struggling. In fact, I could probably show you the likes of the Snowman, which is a much better example. Snowman's been around for longer. Snowman just keeps losing value over time. It just keeps depreciating. So right now, this is only $1.85. That's not much. It's all spread out. There's no resistance. What's going on? People just don't really care enough for it. So as we can quickly hop over to here, yeah, it had very nice peaks initially a long time back, but over time, it's just going down and down, and it barely even did anything this year. Like last year, Snowman went up to about $3.50. This year, its best, it was sitting here at about maybe $2.20. So again, this is a much better representation of what we expect to see of the likes of the Snow Machine. Maybe Snowman gets removed at some point in the future, who knows? But if it keeps being brought back, it's just going to keep slowly losing value over time, and it's just not going to really peak up in price anymore. Honestly, you could probably pick up a bunch of these for a very cheap price around springtime 2024. Wouldn't be surprised. But remember, for a good price, anything could be a good profit with a smart, well figured out buy order. So you got to figure out if you want to actually even engage this. So yeah, that was very cool. Then we have the likes of the Christmas door reef. Yet again, it's another instance of showcasing an item that was reintroduced, and it did spike in demand, spike in price a fair bit, simply due to the fact that it was selling for a higher price in the Rust store. But it only lasted for a while and then it went down. So when I showcased this from last year, it kind of came out initially, and yeah. So it was basically the same. So from this period here, goes up and then goes down pretty quick. Yeah, so yeah, you got to be aware of these peaks. Whilst they peak, does the peak even last that long? And I'll be honest with you, I highly doubt you're going to be able to figure out when a peak is going to happen. Also, by the way, Merry Christmas, everyone! Yay! Where's my presents? Honestly, where's my profits? Damn. Yeah. Right, so that was cool, and then we had the likes of nothing going on here. Don't know why this is here. That's unfortunate. All right, so that's basically a wrap up, if anything. So once again, as we look over to the likes of what we have with the comparisons of this year's Christmas and last year's Christmas, yeah, I managed to sell a whole lot more, and I get the feeling I'm probably at least partly to blame. Why is that, Hedge? Well, not too long ago, I did make a video talking about the likes of influence. Yes. So if we just quickly scroll down over to here, yes, this video right here. In about 30 minutes, I go over the whole idea of big content creators on YouTube, inadvertently or even on purpose, talking about skins and whatnot, and it gets people wanting to also get those skins and whatnot. Guys, do you reckon me talking about the likes of Christmas skins for the past several months, saying, hey, Christmas investments tend to be very, very good, do you reckon I might have been influential? Maybe I accidentally, inspired too many people, and, we're all competing with each other. That very likely was the answer. Oh no. Well, I still made a profit, so I'm good. But yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? When I really think about it, with the amount of more subscriptions or YouTube subscribers I got this year, I guess it's something I'm going to have to take into consideration. It's a bit awkward. I'm sorry. Well, maybe I don't make too much of a fuss next year, because, all the videos I've produced here are going to be helpful for you if you actually remember them and look at the playlists and whatnot. That's up to you if you want to do that. But I guess me constantly talking about the Christmas skins kind of influenced this bad outcome. Not all of it, though. There's other people out there, and other people tend to be very reckless and foolish, and they can by themselves completely mess up prices and whatnot. So that is unfortunately very, very awkward. So that's Christmas. That was Christmas 2023. We had some very awkward instances of people giving up, other people panicking. Very awkward. We did have a few bits here and now of some nice positivity, but at the very least, we are seeing the player count doing very well at the moment. And post-Christmas, at this current time, is looking very, very, very interesting. Yes, indeed. So basically, I could give you a very quick showcase for how things are currently looking, because, it's now only just about Christmas time. And essentially, right, we're looking at some very interesting details. So with the likes of this Redemption MP5 here, this being a part of the likes of the Redemption collection, you'd think, oh yeah, no, this is going to do quite all right. It's got a very useful aim sight as well. This here and the Blackheart MP5 and the recent Charitable Rust MP5 have iron sights that are a lot more nicer to look through. There's some transparency there. So this very likely will be getting some interest. But oh no, hold on, 122 skins in the Steam market? Oh no, that potentially could be a problem. Well, once again, with the likes of my my Google extension, Steam Inventory Helper, I can show more orders. And from what you can see here, this has 122 quantity. But where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's all just 2111311112111188. What? 88 above $6.67? Yeah. Post-Christmas is looking to be very fun. So by default, most people think, oh, it's all built up around $4. No, if like 20 sales happen, suddenly it's doubled in price. Do you not realise how good that looks? So that's an in-demand skin right there. That's an in-demand skin. And I wouldn't be surprised that will be getting a lot more expensive. And then here's another skin that's doing quite all right. So throughout all of this year, with the many AK-47s that we've had, which you can see over here, yep. This year has been the year with the most AKs being given to us in a single year. 44 skins, right? You don't realise how stupidly maddening that is. Anyway, if you were to take a look at every single AK-47 right now, with all 44 of them, some of them, of course, were Twitch drops, hardly any of them are in the positive. Kiss AR, throughout all of this year, has been in the positive. Well, Kiss AR's just basically boosted in price literally just now. So skin values are already starting to increase. This is now sitting here at $5.75. But if you look over to here, can you see, like throughout all this month, it was just slowly trending upwards. But now here, you can see some people have jumped in, bought out even more, and now it's trending up ever so nicely. You can see the very beginning of a new spike in demand. So, yeah, people like it in pink. Yay! But this is something you have to be aware of the likes of future Christmases. Certain very well-beloved and meta skins will be being bought early. And if you can catch it during the likes of in future Christmas times, with all that profit you made from selling Christmas skins, you might want to consider jumping into some of these skins whilst you can, because with the likes of this, there's no quantity left. There's be a lot of people who want them. Oh, yes, for sure. So I wouldn't be surprised that potentially pushes up to about $10. So as long as everybody else isn't reckless, we shall see. So, yep, even though I talked about post-Christmas, these things were still relatable in regards to Christmas. So you've got to keep an eye out. At the current time of Christmas time, in the future, how are the meta and the beloved skins looking like? Because, as I said, if they're still, if they're only just about starting to trend upwards, if you've got that Christmas profit, consider investing. Because post-Christmas is so much better, and everything is lining up perfectly with the likes of potentially having a wonderful post-Christmas. And I think I will be doing a video talking about that, and I do believe I'll have it out the next day. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to have to talk to you and get you well prepared in regards to how you should approach post-Christmas. Because whilst you might feel like, oh yeah, 143,000 peak players is very nice, oh mate, when we roll into January time, if you can look at what happened with last year, we reached up to 176,000 peak player count, and the average player count was very, very high. So yeah, everything's kind of lining up very nicely to see that happen all over again. But that's 2023. I don't know what it's like where you're currently at the time in the future. So, at the very least, I can sit here and say once again, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you get the presents that you want. You were good this year, right? You're definitely nice. You definitely weren't naughty, right? Right? You were helping people in Rust. You weren't constantly taking their valuables and running away with them. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching me. I hope you have a lovely day. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.